What's going on, guys? Quick message. How to know the flesh, or how to know that someone is in the flesh and not in the spirit. For one, it's a real thing. So you have to be, born again. You have to be a new creature. You have to have the indwelling of God's spirit. It's not just about fasting, bringing the flesh under subjection so that you could sow to the spirit. It's not just that. It's actually a permanent fast that you go through where you die to the flesh and you live in the spirit always. And when you're in the spirit always, what starts to happen is that you become joined to Christ, and he who is joined to Christ is one spirit with him. And what happens is that whatever you begin to go through, whatever that you go through is in the spirit. So God works from the inside out. Whereas when you're in the flesh, it's from the outside in. A lot of the things that you see and that you go through and that you know what I'm saying, things that happen to you, you become a victim to it and not a victor. And so those things begin to taint your soul. It begins to like play with your mind. It begins to kill your emotions. Hence is why we be depressed and things like that. But in the spirit, what happens is your spirit, man, starts to feel everything. It starts to take on the beating and the crushing, and your soul, your mind, will, and emotions becomes a reflection of that. So this is an inside out type of life that we live in the spirit. It's not outside in, as opposed to when you are in the flesh. So if you ever want to know the difference, that's the difference. Okay. That's the difference, because when we in the spirit, don't none of these things move us. So although my spirit might be being crushed inside, you couldn't tell by how I was talking to you, because I'm not full of tears. I'm not full of, what I'm saying, anguish, and I'm not upset. This is how God gives us peace while we're in the storm. While Jesus was on that boat, he was asleep while it was being tossed to and fro. He was not bothered by the waves. And when they woke him up, he said, "Peace, be still." And the sea and the waves obeyed him. And this is how it happens. And when you're in the spirit, the enemy comes all around you, but can't come in you. And this is how we walk on serpents and scorpions. And this is how we rejoice, as opposed to crying, right? So if you ever want to know, just pay attention to that. I mean, aside from, discerning and testing the spirit, we definitely have to do that as well. But just pay attention to how a person is living. Are you living inside out, which is a God job, or are you living outside in? Ponder that. Be blessed.